Hey y'all, it's your girl Candace Lene and I am back with another video. If you're new to this channel, please go hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you and welcome back. So guys, in this video, I am going to be giving you my personal updated makeup routine. On Instagram, I had a friend ask me, I'm going to go ahead and link that in the video. She wanted to know how I got this look right here. So for the sake of this video, I am going to go through and do this exact look. If that is something you are interested in, please continue watching. Like, the absolute best way to follow along with the tutorial is already having everything placed in front of you. These are all the things that you will need to be able to achieve the look that I'm doing today. So pause this video, go to the store, grab whatever you need, girl, because we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. One is making sure that your skin is prepped. So you want to make sure that you are starting off on a clean, moisturized face. I have already cleaned and moisturized my face, and the only thing I have left to do before getting started is going in with my sunscreen. If you guys would like to see how I prep my skin, that will have to be a completely different video because it's a lot going into that. If you guys would like to see how to prep your skin, because prepping your skin is the first important thing on getting a flawless makeup look. So if you guys would like to see that, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. Your next step would be to use some type of primer. This is my primer of choice, but I also have other primers. It just depends on what you like. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't. Today, for the sake of this video, I am going to go in and use this. The purpose of a primer is just to help the makeup stick on your skin for many hours. You're going to allow this to dry. One other thing I forgot to mention that you will need. You need to get a fan of some sort. You're going to need this throughout the whole process. Once that is dry, you should be able to stick this on your face without it falling off. If you can't do this, it means that you didn't put enough. So go in, try again, make sure it's nice and lathered. All right, girl, is your skin prepped? Are you good to go? That's my girl. All right, let's go. The first thing that I like to start with is my brows. So what I'm going to go in and do is first just kind of brush them out. All right, once I'm done brushing them out and I kind of found the shape that I want, I'm going to go in with a brown eyeliner pencil. Yes, I said eyeliner. This is what I like to use on my brows. It just happens to look best for me. Because I do have a full brow, I do not have to really draw my brow. So if that is something that you're needing assistance with, click off this video, go find somebody who doesn't have a brow, do your brow, and then come back. Okay? Because I don't know how to tell you how to do a brow if you don't have a brow. So what I'm going to do is just outline my eyebrow. Now when you have those filled in and they're looking the way that you would like them, you want to make sure that you brush them out. The next step is to go in with your concealers. These are the concealers of my choice. This is what I plan to use. I have them in shade medium beige and toffee. You want to get one that matches you and one that's a little lighter. Starting off, I'm going to go in with my lighter color. I'm going to use that on the bottom of my brow. And then on the top, I'm going to use the concealer that matches me. I have a paintbrush. The tip of that is going to help me carve my brow. So I'm just gonna get a little bit and just outline my brow. Clean it up is what we're doing. That's the process we're in now. Basically, all you're doing is going in and following what you already did and just making sure your lines are pretty crisp. And whatever's not crisp, you can just clean it up. Just follow it, and the concealer will make it look how you want it or need it to look. The bottoms are done. They look pretty even. Keep in mind that the brows they're not twins. They're never gonna look the same. They are sisters. They could even be distant cousins. Either way, just make sure they look how you would want them to look. So now that we're done with the bottom, we're gonna take our darker concealer and we're just gonna go and carve out the top half. Clean up. I'm sorry, I keep saying carve. We're gonna clean it up. And I just like to bring it down the middle so you guys can see where the square of the brow is. Okay, once they are carved out the way that you like them and they're nice and shaped, I'm going to take this brush, which is, what is this? This is a RT 402. I'm going to spray a little setting spray on it, and then I'm going to go in and lightly clean this up so we don't have any extra concealer just sitting there. Lightly dab, don't swipe. Just lightly dab it and it'll clean up by itself. It'll blend in so you won't have to worry about doing too much work. And boom. This is what we should be looking like. Are you keeping up? Are you good? That's my girl. Okay. Next, what you want to do is take your foundation, whatever foundation you want to use. I am using Makeup by Mario in the shade 20N. So I'm out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the top off and I'm just going to slightly rub it in places that I know I want it to blend in at. If you have fairly decent skin, be careful. Don't use too much foundation. Start off with a little and then add more if necessary. You can always add more, but you can't take away. I'm going to use a beauty blender. And I'm, once again, going to spray a little setting spray on it. But once your beauty blender is a little damp, you just want to go ahead and dab this in. Make sure you are not going under your eye. Leave that part alone because we are going to put something else there and we don't want it caking up. So make sure you go everywhere but under your eye. If you get a little bit under your eye, that's fine, because like right now I'm going to have to dab that out a little bit. It's fine. Just try not to do the whole eye. And I know my makeup probably looks crazy right now. There are makeups that oxidize, and that is what mine is going to do right now. You're probably looking like, girl, you're looking like a Oompa Loompa. When it's all said and done, it'll look great. This is my shade, I promise. Once that's done, now I'm gonna go in with my setting spray on top of that. And once again, you're gonna need your fan. I changed up my lighting just a little bit so you guys can kind of see that my makeup is matching. After that, after you let your setting spray dry, you want to go in with the concealer that is the one that matches you. I'm going to use my paintbrush and I'm just going to hit right here. Just like that. And do the same thing on the other side. And then you want to do under your nose, your chin, and then a little on your forehead. We're going to allow that to dry for a second. You can use your fan, you can use your hand. Just allow it to dry just a little bit. Okay, we're going to take that same RT brush that we did for the brows, and we're going to, once again, start on the outer part and kind of bring it out. When you get to your nose, you kind of want to bring it up and kind of bring it around the corners. Your chin is pretty simple. Just dab it out down there. And then the same thing over here. Start on the outer corner. Bring it out. And then come in the inner corner. Make sure that it is getting blended. You don't want to dab a couple times and go, oh, that looks okay. Make sure it's actually blending. Directly after, we are gonna go in with the lighter concealer right after. Go ahead and do the same thing that you just did. You want to focus on your inner corner, your outer corner, make whatever shape y'all want to make when it comes to these. People be saying triangle, square. Y'all, I do whatever I feel like doing at the moment. Do under your nose, your chin, and your forehead. This time you can use a little bit more on your forehead because you want to brighten your face up. This is going to brighten. Let that dry a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. But this one, you want to make sure that you're being a little bit more careful on how you're doing it because the other one blends into your skin perfectly while this one kind of sits on top. Okay, once that is done, you want to take your setting powder, whatever setting powder that you have, you want to instantly get that going. This is the little pad thing that I'm going to use to put this on. You want to dab that out, and you want to put that directly under your eyes. Or not just your eyes, but anywhere that you put concealer, that's where you want to put this setting powder. But your eyes is most important because you don't want things to start creasing. So do your eyes first. And then you can come down and do everywhere else. This will also help you from looking oily. So if you're someone that's really oily, this will keep your skin from looking like you just got sprayed with setting spray in the middle of the day. All right, we're gonna leave that there for just a second. And now you're going to take your contour. So this is the one that I have. It's another Makeup by Mario. I have this in the shade Dark. So this is the stick that I'm going to be using. When it comes to contouring, what you want to do is, where you see that dark area, that's where you want to put your contour. Sometimes you can raise it up. You can put it above, like right there, which will help your face look more lifted. And then you go under your chin, just like that. On your nose, you should be able to see where it naturally contours as well. I like my nose. I don't feel like my nose is too big or too little. So I try to leave my nose alone, if that makes sense. Like I just contour what's already there as well as what I just did on my cheeks. So how I go about doing that is just finding where those natural lines are in my nose and just following that. It should look something like this if you're going to go with the shape that's already there. Next, I'm going to take the RT 400 brush, and I am going to go in an upward motion. So let me show you. I'm dabbing, but I'm also pushing it up. I don't know if you're going to be able to make sense of that, but you want it to look something like this, where it's not, wow, she just did her contour. You know what I'm saying? So, and then on the bottom, you can just kind of buff it out a little bit. Then for the nose, I'm going to use this brush. It's like an eyeshadow brush and something else, but I use one side for cleaning up my contour on my nose. So you just kind of want to bring that down and bring it up into your brow. You can go right under your brow, or you can connect it directly with your brow. That is completely up to you. I do both ways, just depends on the look that I'm going for. So if you have too much on your nose, what you want to go in and do is lightly dab, clean up the outer layer of that, and just a little bit in the middle. And then we're going to also go in and clean up that powder that we put on there. You just want to brush it. Don't dab it. Just swipe it off of there and make sure it's nice and cleaned up off your face. Are you keeping up, girl? Are you looking good? Is your makeup coming together? Is it looking natural? I thought so. I thought so. I knew you had it. I knew you had it. What I'm going to do next is go in and take that lighter concealer and I'm going to place it dead center of my nose. Following the contour that I made, I'm going to just put it in the middle. Not too much, just enough. And then we blend it straight out. Follow that line going right up. I like to start from the bottom and just take it up. And with that, your nose should be nice and carved out. The base of the face is done. We are almost there. See, it doesn't take that long. It's not that bad, is it? So we're going to take that setting spray. Now that we have done under our eyes, we have done our contour and all that, we're going to set that. Let that dry. That is all dry. Next, what I like to do is my eyes. For me, it may be a little backward. Well, for everybody else, it may be a little backwards, but this is what I like to do. So the next thing that I would have been doing is putting on my lashes, but because I already have lashes on, that is a step that we're going to skip. Next, I like to go in with bronzer. I'm going to take that brush that I told you, or that I was using before, and I'm just going to kind of dab this out. I do not do eyeshadow. I'm not really good with eyeshadow. I know that that is a look that we are going for today, but I still don't really know what I'm doing. So I kind of finesse the situation. So above my eye, first what I like to do is go in with the bronzer or the contour and just kind of put that on top. It just kind of brings some color to your eyelid. Take the other side of that brush that I was using for contour, and we're going to get the fluffier side. What I have right here is a Makeup by Yolando, Plain and Makeup by Yolando eyeshadow palette. I found her on TikTok, and y'all, when I say this is the most pigmented eyeshadow I've ever received, fire. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and we're just gonna lightly brush that on top. You can kind of go in circular motions, but y'all, like I told y'all, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this. I just do just a little something something. And that is what we have right there. We are almost to the finish line. You should be looking something like this, and I believe that you are, because I have faith in you and you have faith in you. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our mascara, whatever mascara you would like to use. I have cheap mascara that you can get at the Walgreens or the CVS or the Walmart. I also have mascara that is a little bit more expensive that you can only find at like Sephora and places like that. So this is the Milk mascara, and this is just your regular Maybelline. I go in with both, and we're going to go ahead and get into our bottom lashes. You want to be very careful because it is easy to mess this up. You want to go in very lightly and try not to get clumps, and try not to get it on anything but your lashes. So you want to continue doing that on both eyes. And you're probably going to have to go in with multiple layers just so you can get the look that you're going for. If you like them thick or if you like them, you know, just depends on the look. For me, personally, I like them to be noticeable. I like you to know when you come up to me that, oh, wow, her bottom lashes is popping. Going with as many layers as you would like, but make sure that they dry in between layers. That's going to give you your maximum look that you're going for. We're down to like 3 more steps, just 3, and we can wrap this up. What I am going in with next is my liquid eyeliner. This can be any liquid eyeliner, y'all. I have so many liquid eyeliners, like whatever liquid eyeliner you want to use. This one, however, is waterproof, so I think I'm going to use this one because I think this is one that I've been using recently. People are going to call me crazy because I am using a liquid. When most people, what we're about to do next is put this under our eye. When most people do that, they would like to use something dry, like what we used on our brows. Me, I don't mind using a liquid. I don't get it in my eye, and if I do, it doesn't hurt. I blink it out. I look crazy for a minute, and boom, we got the look we're going for. So what we're going to do right here is just the lash line. You know what I'm saying? So just come in here and be really gentle and just bring that all around the bottom. If you're gentle, you'll only get a little bit in your eye. If you're very, very gentle, you won't get any in your eye. And you just want to bring that to the end and do the same thing on the other side. I feel like it just helps my eyes pop. So this is a step that you can skip. You don't have to do this step, but once again, this is my makeup routine and this is what I do. It should look something like this when you are done. We are going to take this brush. I think I got this from the beauty supply store, y'all. I don't even remember. It's old. But next is our blush. And honestly, as you can see, I got this off of Shein. It's just some matte blush and I love it. Dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Don't let the girlies tell you that there's no such thing as too much blush. Because yes, there is. If you want to be lit up like a Christmas tree, go ahead. If that's the look that you like, go ahead. However, I feel like a more subtle look when it comes to the blush is a better look. So I try not to put too much, but you want to apply that basically right on top of your contour that you did over here. So you see, it's nice and flush. It's not too bright, it's just enough. If you ever feel like you put too much, just go in with your beauty blender, dab it out just a little bit, and that'll kind of help it blend in where it's not too bright. Okay, now since all our face is done, we're gonna go in one more time, and I'm going to use, I got this setting spray off of TikTok shop. I actually like this. It really works. They said it was supposed to be to the point that it doesn't transfer. I feel like that works, but I also go in with this one. Sure, what's the name of this one, y'all? I know y'all know. What's her name? Something Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of my favorites. This one smells so good. But I go ahead and I use the both of them just for that extra hold. I know we've been putting something on this whole time, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to layer it up. This is how you get your makeup to stick all day. Our very next step, our very, very last step is the lips. You want to wipe off any extra makeup you may have there or any lip gloss that you originally had, anything. You want to make sure that your lips are clean of all of that. So we're going to take the eyeliner pencil that we use for our brows. We're going to use that same thing on our lips. And what we're going to do right now is just outline our lips. I don't like my lips looking oversized. I think my lips are perfectly fine the way that they are. So I'm just gonna outline what is there, just like this. When it comes to doing your bottom lip, leave it a little loose. Don't like do any of that, because then it won't come out right. And this is what it should look like. Do that a little bit. Then I take my paintbrush and get the lighter concealer that I was using and line that on my lips. In order for this to stick all day, you want to use some type of powder. And then going with any lip gloss of your choice. I have the good old lip gloss from, you already know. Okay. That is what it should look like. And then I'm missing one more thing, and that is highlight. Y'all, I have had this specific highlighter forever. This is a Milani. Once again, straight from the green CVS brand. Love it. I clearly only use one, but that's okay. I'm gonna take that fluffier side that we use the orange on. It shouldn't come off. I wiped it off a little bit, and we're gonna highlight this nose. And you want to imagine making an exclamation point. So you just put that up there and then put that down there. You don't want the line to be too long. You can bring it down just a little bit, but dab that out. Y'all can see it's shining. Cute. And then I go in on the inner corners of my eye. And then the other place that I put it, at the arch of my brow. Just a little bit, nothing too much. We don't want to be glistening, but we do want to highlight those certain areas just so they can have a little pop. You see. I don't do my cheekbones and stuff like that just because I don't really care for it. So this is what we are looking like. Those are all the steps. And I know you over there looking like me. I know you look like me because you followed every single step of what I did when I did it. You paused the video, you went back as needed, and you have a fire makeup look to go wherever you're trying to go today, tomorrow, this weekend, whatever it is. I know it. I know it. Go ahead and comment below and let me know so I know for sure. To get the look that was in that video at the very beginning of the video, I am going to show you guys how to do that. So one thing that you do want to do is grab your phone, whatever iPhone you have. You want to put it on video, put it on 4K 60. So when you go to your video, up here in the corner, it'll say 4K 30. You want to tap that and then let it say 4K 60. And then you want to also make sure that your flash is on. So when your flash is on and you turn that on, I ran out of storage, but I'm still going to show you guys what that looks like. And this is how that video looked with that flashback. That flashback is what a lot of people do not like, but I think it's cute. It eats. Tell me they don't eat. It eats every time. So that is how I achieved this look. If you have any questions, please make sure to ask them down below and I will make sure that I answer them. I will have a lot of products that I use today linked down below, and it will be in my Amazon storefront as well. Other than that, I think that's it, you guys. I hope that you were able to get a nice natural beat today, and I hope that you continue, if you are just now learning, that you continue to do this, because the more that you do it, the more you learn, the better you get. A regular day of makeup for me probably takes around 20 to 30 minutes. I know this probably took you guys a long time if you are a beginner, but do not give up on you. I believe in you. I want you to believe in you. And remember that makeup is simply whatever you want it to be. However you want your makeup to look, it's completely up to you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to ring my bell. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.